Your brain is being hacked by billion-dollar corporations to make sure you die broke. And the terrifying part, you are enjoying every second of it. You think you're in control of your money, but you're just a lab rat in a digital cage, addicted to the very convenience that is bleeding your future dry. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to perform a financial autopsy on your life. I'm going to show you why Apple Pay is a drug, why your saving habits are actually a prison, and how to weaponize friction to claw back the hundreds of thousands of dollars currently leaking through your fingers. If you think this is another Save Your Pennies lecture, leave now. This is a war for your freedom. 1. The neuroscience of the numb. Most people think they are bad with money. They aren't. They are just neurologically numb. You see, the human brain has a specific region called the insula. This is the part of your gray matter that processes physical pain. When you used to pull out a crisp, physical $100 bill to pay for something, your insula screamed. It hurt. It felt like a paper cut on your soul. That pain kept you rich. But then the tech giants spent billions to kill that pain. They gave you one-click buying. They gave you Face ID payments. They turned your survival resources into a video game. When you tap that phone, your insula is fast asleep. You aren't spending money, you're just clicking a button. You've been chemically castrated from feeling the loss of your wealth. Ask yourself, if you can't feel the pain of losing money, how can you ever expect to value keeping it? 2. The 10% convenience tax. Let's get brutal about convenience. Every time you choose the easy way, the Uber Eats, the subscription, the auto refill, you are paying a hidden 10% stupidity tax on your entire life. These corporations aren't selling you ease. They are buying your survival instincts. Think about it. If the friction of paying is gone, the volume of spending explodes. You aren't just buying a sandwich. You are buying a habit of mindless consumption. Over 30 years, that click for convenience is effectively a $300,000 donation to a CEO who is laughing at your empty bank account. Is that 5 minutes of saved time really worth a house in your 50s? Or are you just too lazy to protect your own blood, sweat, and tears? 3. The autopilot suicide. Most of you are living on financial autopilot. You react to bills. You react to emergencies. You are a ghost on your own ship, watching as it slowly sinks. This is the survival mode trap. When you are in survival mode, your brain can only think about the next 24 hours. You lose the ability to see the horizon. Research shows that people who don't manually track their money underestimate their spending by 30%. That's not a rounding error. That's a catastrophe. You think you spent $50 at the bar. It was $80. You think your subscriptions are $40. They're $120. You are bleeding out from 1,000 tiny cuts, and you're too scared to even look at the crime scene. Are you a passenger in your life, or are you the driver? Because right now, the car is heading for a cliff. Wait. Stop. Before you go and cut every single expense and live like a monk, listen closely. Most financial gurus tell you to suffer now so you can be rich when you're 80. They are lying to you. Extreme soul-crushing frugality is just another form of a prison cell. If your financial plan is built entirely on sacrifice, you are setting a timer for a midlife explosion. You will burn out, you will have a breakdown, and you will spend every cent of your savings on a crisis purchase because you forgot how to live. Saving without a joy budget is not a strategy. It's a slow-motion mental illness. If you don't design fun into your budget today, your subconscious will sabotage your wealth tomorrow. Do you want to be the richest man in the graveyard who never saw the world? 5. Weaponizing friction. If technology removed the friction to spend, you must manually build it back. You need to become an architect of your own obstacles. I want you to make it physically difficult to spend your money. Uninstall the shopping apps. Delete your saved credit card info from your browser. Move your spending money to a separate bank that doesn't have an easy-to-use app. We need to wake up that sleeping insula. Start using cash for your fun spending. When you have to physically hand over a $20 bill for a drink, you'll realize you aren't actually that thirsty. You aren't fighting your desires. You are just giving your brain the time it needs to realize it's being stupid. Why are you making it so easy for people to take your money? 6. The manual audit. Stop using automated tracking apps. They are too easy. They make you passive. I want you to get a physical notebook and a pen. Every single time a dollar leaves your hand, you write it down, manually. The act of writing creates a psychological imprint. It forces you to witness the death of that money. When you see $5 for a muffin written in your own handwriting 10 times a month, something shifts. You stop seeing it as a muffin and start seeing it as $50 of your life energy gone. You are performing a financial autopsy on yourself every single night. If you aren't willing to spend 60 seconds a day writing down your numbers, then you don't actually want to be rich. You just like the idea of it. Which one are you? 7. The boring wealth machine. Real investing is as exciting as watching paint dry. If your heart is racing when you look at your portfolio, you aren't investing, you're gambling. The screaming heads on the news want you to trade crypto, buy the hot stock, and chase the unicorn. Why? Because they get paid on your movement. 85% of your wealth should be in boring, low-cost index funds that you don't look at for a decade. The other 15%, go play with it if you must. But remember this. The person who is willing to be bored for 20 years is the person who ends up owning the world. Are you looking for a thrill, or are you looking for a fortune because you can't have both? 8. The 85% rule. Perfection is the enemy of the wealthy. I see so many people spend months researching the perfect high-yield account or the perfect brokerage, and they never actually move a single dollar. They are paralyzed by analysis. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking, and inflation is eating their dreams. The 85% rule states that an 85% perfect plan executed today beats a 1 to 100% perfect plan that never starts. Open the account, set the auto transfer, do it poorly but do it now. Action creates momentum. Thinking creates ghosts. Are you going to keep reading books, or are you going to finally push the button? 9. The death of the middle class lie. The middle class is a trap designed to keep you working until you're 65. They want you to buy the house you can barely afford, the car that loses value every mile, and the status that no one actually cares about. This is the status trap. You are spending money you don't have to impress people you don't like. Wealthy people don't look wealthy, they look free. They wear the same t-shirt while their money works 24 hours a day in a basement somewhere. The middle class works for money. The wealthy make money their slave. Whose side are you on? Because you can't have the big house and big freedom at the same time in the beginning. Choose your cage. 10. The CEO verdict. From this moment forward, you are no longer a consumer. You are the CEO of a company called You Incorporated. A CEO doesn't hope there is money left at the end of the month. A CEO allocates capital. Every dollar is a soldier. You send them out to battle to bring back more soldiers. If you spend $1 on a stupid toy, that soldier is dead. He's never coming back, and he'll never have children. But if you invest that dollar, he's on the front line, building your empire while you sleep. Are you a general leading an army, or are you just a victim waiting for the next paycheck? The choice is made every time you reach for your wallet. Success isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how hard that money works for you. The system is rigged to keep you numb, fast, and broke. To win, you have to be slow, deliberate, and willing to feel the pain of your choices. Build your friction. Fix your leaks. Stop being a victim of the no-friction era. If you are tired of being a vessel for other people's profits, I want you to comment the word friction below. It's a signal to me and yourself that you are taking back the wheel. If you are serious about fixing your brain and your bank account, watch the next video on the screen right now. We are just getting started. I will see you there.